look down on us.
So damn hands off me.
I think this one wants his ass kicked again.
You can't stop!
You better get your wife, man.
Ain't nobody gotta get me.
The scene opens with the pastor preaching at a funeral. People were gathered to say a proper goodbye at the church for the deceased.
That rich or poor, God will judge your deeds.
However, the deceased's family was unhappy about the pastor's teachings. The pastor pointed out that the deceased had done a lot of bad things when he was alive, and that God would judge him based on that. The mother of the deceased was so angry that she told the pastor to shut his mouth before her son going to hell and paying for her sins. The pastor continued telling the truth even further by telling people of the church the death and destruction caused by the deceased's family, the Berthans. He told the mother that her boys were not raised right, and they all chose the way of crime, except for her son Dallas, who was married to the pastor's daughter, Ava. He reminded her that her deceased son got killed while he was trying to steal from an older lady, and she shot him dead. The mother had enough of the pastor's words, so she finally gets up and tells them that she doesn't care that they're paying to bury her son and that they're leaving. She instructs her sons to get their deceased brother, who was lying down right there inside of a coffin. Confused, her sons get up and try to pick up their dead brother. The pastor's wife angrily told the mother to watch her words in the church. As they were going to carry their brother out of the church, the mother stopped them and told them to leave the coffin there and only carry his body. Shocked but obedient to their mother, they carry the body out of the coffin. The people in the church scream in disbelief, and the whole church goes into chaos. The wife of the brother of the deceased, Ava, is deeply troubled about the whole thing that happened. She meets her friend, Rona, who is also shocked by the accident. She jokingly told her that it went better than their wedding day and offered to go back to the city with her. Ava had to stay by her husband's side as it was his brother's funeral and a hard time for him. Later, Ava's parents told her concerns about her husband Dallas and his family, about how much longer she can tolerate any of this. Later that night, Ava drove to Dallas's mother's house to pick him up. She apologized to the whole family and asked for Dallas. He was sad, so she tried to make him feel better by reminiscing about the time they had when they were teenagers.
I remember you and your big brother jumping out to fix it and...
But he was angry about his family being embarrassed like that in the church and threatened to drag her boy out of the truck if she didn't leave right now. While she was still waiting for him in her car, he left and went to a bar, and his mom told her to leave. She went inside the bar and tried to convince him to go with her. His brother told her to wait outside, and when she went outside, she ran into an old friend, Benji. As they were about to talk, Dallas and his brothers came out looking for trouble and told Benji to leave or they would fight him.
I think this one wants his ass kicked again.
Dallas's older brother made Dallas go home with Ava forcefully when he insisted on driving while drunk. When they got home, Dallas was at his worst and made confessions about his mother making him kill his dad. Ava comforted him, even though she was very confused. In the morning, when Ava tried to talk about the things he said last night, he said he was drunk and shut her down. Ava's friend, Rona, asked her why she puts up with everything he does and advised her to put it all to a stop. After work, when she got home, Dallas was at home, drinking. He asked her if she knew that her friend, Rona, and her husband, who was Dallas's childhood friend, invited them to dinner. She told him that she needed to change and take a shower. She told him she would be back in 45 minutes. But by the time she was done getting ready, Dallas had already left and gone to the dinner by himself. When her friend and her husband saw that he was alone and asked him about it, they were disappointed. Ava then arrived by herself, taking a taxi, and didn't want to get mad and ruin the night. So she told her friends not to say anything and let it go. Dallas, throughout the dinner, kept on disrespecting Ava and crushing out in front of people, saying that he wants a divorce. Ava went home with her friend Rona. She was crying about how she had given him the best years of her life, and now that she was turning 40 and unattractive like she was before, nobody would want her. Dallas has told her that once she turns 40, he is going to leave her. Her friend comforts her and tells her that the things he says are not true. When they get home, she gives her a letter that she had had for a while. She wrote down every bad thing Dallas has done to her and hoped it would make her feel better. Heartbroken about the situation, Ava drives to her parents' house in the middle of the night and stays there. In the morning, her mother asks her what happened, that she had to drive in the middle of the night. At breakfast, Ava tells her parents that Dallas asked for a divorce.
He wants a divorce.
And they tried to comfort her, saying she did the right thing by coming home. After that, her mother discovered the letter given to her by her friend Rona, stating every bad thing Dallas has done to her. Her mother couldn't help but cry when she found out that her daughter was going through all of this. She apologized to her for not being there for her and told her she was proud of her. She hid the letter so her father wouldn't find out, because if he knew, he would kill Dallas for treating his daughter like that. Her dad then asked her if she wanted to help him run some errands and catch up with him by going to the market with him. When she gets to the market, she sees Benji and figures out that this was her dad's idea to call Benji, trying to set her up with him. Benji also went through a divorce and told her she could talk to him about this stuff. She politely declines Benji, as she has no interest in anyone at the moment. At the church where her dad preaches, she runs into Benji and makes it clear to him that she has no intention of dating him, as she is going through a fresh breakup.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not interested right now.
On the other hand, while she was at home, her mom and dad showed her videos of her childhood and also showed her how she slowly started to lose her spark after she started dating Dallas. They told her that she didn't have to tolerate all of what he did and that she could get her old, happy self back. Ava was feeling better as she had the best support system in the world, her family and friends. She even started running track as she used to and was ready to go back to work. After that, Ava went to the fair with her family and saw Benji taking care of animals. She walked up to him and they started talking. They eventually end up taking a walk and sitting outside his track. Ava wanted to get drunk and have an intimate moment with Benji so that he could make her forget about Dallas. But Benji refused to do it and told her he wanted to be more than a rebound to her. So they ended up talking and reminiscing. Ava finally gets back to work, feeling better. Dallas, on the other hand, was feeling jealous because he received a picture of Ava and Benji together at the fair. He then went to Ava's workplace and threatened to make sure she showed up to the office tomorrow to finalize the divorce.
Now look here. I'm not playing this bullshit with you, Ava. You better be there tomorrow at 11.
Ava showed up at the divorce office the following day and signed all the papers without any hesitation, which made Dallas even more mad. Ava and Rona went to Rona's house to watch a movie and have a good time, but Rona threw a party for Ava to celebrate her divorce and even invited Benji over. Ava ended up going home with Benji, and they ended up sleeping together. In the morning, when Ava went downstairs, she found Dallas sitting in her kitchen. He told her that he was willing to let this go and give her another chance. She told him that she had changed and that she didn't want him anymore. She asked him to leave her house, but he insisted on staying and went to the bedroom where he took Benji. They fight, and Benji takes him out. Ava angrily drags his body out of her house, telling him to never come back. As Rona was getting to work, she saw Dallas near Ava's workplace and called her husband to come and get rid of him and told Ava to get a restraining order against him. Benji returns home, where he finds some of his animals dead, and Ava's dad is the one who sees the animals and reports them to the police. Ava's father was concerned about what Dallas might do, so he went to Ava's carrying all his guns. Benji called Ava to tell her what was going on and that her dad was coming. Ava's father called his wife to inform her that he was going to Ava's to make sure she was okay. And as she hung up the phone, she saw Dallas in front of her, and she tried to attack her. Ava's father went to her house, changed all her locks, and installed a camera. He even brought a gun for her to use in case he tried to attack her. When Ava's father came back home, he was furious as he heard Dallas try to attack his wife. He grabbed his guns and went to Dallas's mother's house, ready to face Dallas. But as he got there, he got attacked by Dallas and his brothers at the order of Dallas's mother. They even shot one of his legs. Ava's mother called her and informed her that her dad might be in danger. Ava and Benji found her dad injured in his car and took him to the hospital, where the police detective told them that Dallas couldn't get arrested because there was no evidence.
We need proof. I need clearance to tell me what happened or something.
Determined to get revenge, Ava stole Benji's car and went home. She called Dallas and persuaded him to come home. When he got there, they had a heated argument. Dallas even started to physically abuse Ava. She told him that she was waiting for him to give her just enough bruises so that she could justify killing him before the police. And she called the police, reporting that he was trying to attack her. She finally shot him using the gun her dad gave her. In the end, Ava's father gets better and gets discharged from the hospital happily, with Ava and the whole family by his side. Even Benji was there. As they were going out of the hospital, they ran into the Burtons. They were there because the youngest son got shot. The mother turns to Ava and tells her that it isn't over after Ava killed her son. Ava then firmly responds to her, saying it is over and that she shouldn't push good people, leaving them and walking away. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.